What's up, everybody? This isn't your average lecture. Welcome to the Uncensored Playbook. I'm your host, Shantae. I'm here to spill the college tea, boost your college readiness, and drop all the college hacks. Right now, you're listening to episode 0 of College Conversations. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to all my listeners on Spotify, as well as Apple Music, and any other platforms that you're listening to me on right now. And a shout out to all my beautiful viewers on YouTube who get to see my lovely face. Make sure you drop a subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you guys follow if you're on all the other platforms as well, so you get notified every time I drop a banger. All right, so yeah, you guys are probably like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Shantae? What do you mean episode 0 of College Conversations? And I'm saying episode 0 because this is just the intro. And I ain't talking no Tory, you heard. But yeah, this is just the intro. And once again, I just wanted to thank all of you beautiful people for tuning in to the podcast. So y'all are probably wondering, what is College Conversations? Why is she starting this? Who is she? What's going on? So I wanted to give all of you a lovely introduction to me. So my name is Shantae. Your girl is 21 years old. I'm currently a student at Montclair State University. I major in public health. I major in public health, and your girl wants to become a dentist. So the overall goal is for me to become a dentist. So I got a few more steps after this. That's really a bit about me. I started first in bio, and then I switched to public health. And y'all are probably like, whoa. That switch, we're gonna have to talk about it. And you're right, we will talk about it in future episodes. But yeah, so your girl was a bio major. She switched to public health. I actually fell in love with public health, and here I am graduating 4 years later. So yeah, y'all are probably like, what is College Conversations? Why did you start this? Why did you create this podcast? So I created this podcast. I had the idea of creating this podcast actually last year. If you guys are day ones on my Instagram, y'all already know that I actually dropped one video to this podcast before, which flopped. It did not do good. I didn't like the setup. I didn't have all this cool stuff that I have. I didn't have a nice camera. I didn't have a mic. So it was a little iffy for me. I ended up deleting the video for those reasons and some other reasons as well. And then, yeah, here I am. So yeah, I created College Conversations because your girl wanted to educate people who might not have had a support system or don't know where to find all the answers for college. There's a lot of people that I have met on campus who had no family, had no older siblings, were just only children, and they didn't have no guidance to college. They didn't know how to apply for FAFSA. They didn't know who to go to for help. They didn't know how to deal with roommates. They didn't know how to deal with a lot of stuff that, like, I feel like I either came equipped with, or I just had awesome siblings and family members who have went to college and were lucky enough to have the college experience to help guide me. So I was just thinking, like, bro, there's hella kids out there who are either getting ready to go to college or going to college right now that don't know what the actual crap that they're doing. So I was like, I want to be the helper for those students. So I came up with College Conversations, because literally that's what this podcast is. Us sitting, relaxing with each other, having conversations about college that can ultimately help you. So yeah, and another reason why I feel like I got this even bigger push, even bigger urge to make this podcast was because my brother, he got into a college. I'm super proud of you, bro, if you're watching this. Hopefully you are, or if you're listening. And yeah, I just wanted to have him be able to have a piece of his sister no matter where he goes. And college was tough, navigating it not all the way through by myself, but by myself, and having to research and look to YouTube and Google and ChatGPT, the new thing, ChatGPT, for answers. So I really just wanted my brother to be able to go on YouTube, smack in a podcast, listen if he's having trouble with his roommates, or if he doesn't know how to organize his time and he just needs that reinforcement. That's really why I got this urge to, like, go ahead and do my big one with this podcast. So shout out to my bro, because I had this idea over a year ago, and now I'm finally doing it because he's about to leave the nest. So that's why I started College Conversation. So So for my lovely viewers who are tuned in on YouTube, you guys are probably like, where is good sis at? Well, I'm here at Montclair State University. I thought it would be pretty cool to film a couple of my episodes at the same location that not I grew up in, but grew up in is crazy. I did not grow up in Montclair State University, but in the same place that I shared a bunch of memories and that I learned a lot of information at. Like this table that I'm sitting at right now, I did homework here. I've cried at this table. I've bawled my eyes out. I've laughed at this table. I've farted at this table. Like, be so for real right now. So I thought it would be dope. So that's the setting. I don't know if all the podcast episodes are going to be here, but I definitely do love this beautiful background and this beautiful campus. So you guys are probably wondering, like, what am I going to be expecting from this channel? Like, what am I going to be hearing about? What possibly could this girl named Shantae be helping me with? And I'm here to let you guys know. So I will be posting Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Tuesdays, those are going to be my more informational videos. Those are where you're really going to learn how to fill out FAFSA, how to avoid your weird roommate, your dorm room essentials that you should be buying before college, navigating your first college exam, how to study, is the freshman 15 real, topics like that I feel like I was kind of like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And that I know once I hit freshman year, I was like, yo, what do I do? So yeah, some other topics that we'll be covering for sure is your freshman year and starting college, because I know a lot of my viewers are most likely going to be high school students that are going to college or students that are already in college that, like, maybe the first few episodes might be a little but in the middle it's really gonna relate to you. We're also gonna have financial tips, so you don't want to be a broke college student. Your girl was a broke college student, and when I tell you I found hustles and ways around that, so I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know on how not to become a broke college student. So we're gonna talk affordable meal prep tips. We're gonna talk how you build your credit score while you're in college. We're gonna be talking everything, especially how to budget as a college student, because for me, how do I budget $5? Be so for real. Like, how do I budget $10? How do I budget the little $30 check that I got from working on campus? So we're going to be going through all of that. We're even going to talk about your social life and relationships. So how to handle roommate drama. You literally don't. Get a new roommate. You feel me? We're going to talk navigating long distance relationships, how to still stay connected to your high school friends, how to network in college, because a lot of people think you shouldn't be networking till sophomore, junior, senior year. If you're thinking about going to pre-med school, even if you're a business major, even if you're a dance major, you should be networking and making connections, because let me tell you, your girl does not have one science professor that I've built a meaningful relationship with that I feel like I could be like, hey, can you write me a letter of recommendation? Which is actually really, really sad, and we'll talk about it in future episodes, but I just think that came from me being so stressed out as a bio major that I never really got the time to build with my professors, or I felt like, hey, you just gave me a C on this chemistry test, why should I even build? And that's that mindset. We're going to talk about that college mindset, how to get out of that high school mindset and into that college mindset, which I think is super duper important. We're even going to talk about self-care and mental health, which to me is the most important thing. You need to learn how to manage your stress in college. You need to know how to practice self-care when you're busy, how to stay active. I feel like a bunch of people don't utilize the college gym. Like, bro, stay active. You feel me? And my favorite is how to avoid burnout in college. Your girl didn't even learn until her senior year. But you really need to learn how to avoid burnout starting from freshman year, because I feel like as a freshman, if I learned how to avoid burnout, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't be so stressed all the time. So it took me 4 years to learn how to avoid burnout. Literally 4 years, 2 weeks before I graduate. I'm not gonna lie. But things like that, like, that's the type of stuff that we need to talk about and that my podcast is going to be here to teach you guys. And of course, my favorite college hacks, so like how to stay organized, what to do when you're feeling overwhelmed, how to stay motivated, things like that, how to keep your dorm room clean, and all that good stuff. Okay? And then we're even going to talk about life beyond college and even career and professional development. I feel like a bunch of those things a lot of people are nervous for. I myself am nervous right now, but I've had a lot of prep in professional development and how to make sure you're strong in your foundation for your life beyond college. So networking, the truth about graduating with debt, because I know the word debt scares a lot of people. So we're going to talk about that, as well as building your resume. Your girl's here to help you build your resume. I've started college with a very crappy resume, and now my resume is, I would say, perfect, but it's probably still not perfect, but it's perfect. Clock it. So yeah, we're gonna be covering all those topics in my podcast, and I'm super duper excited to do those with you. And y'all probably thought that was it. No, we're also going to talk about how to have fun in college. So campus events, how to maintain that work, school, and party balance, the best study spots, how to travel, how to decorate your room, all those cool, fun stuff we're going to be talking about. Okay? All right, so my college journey. So what was my college experience like? To be honest, I would say that my college experience, I don't want to turn you guys away from college, but me personally, it was pretty daunting. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to keep it real here, uncensored, truthful. It was pretty suckish. So a lot of people don't know this, but I stayed in my dorm room my freshman year because I came to college after a breakup. So y'all know how that goes. Don't break up with your significant other before college because you're going to be depressed. DEPRESSED, okay? You're going to be depressed, so definitely don't do that. It was around the time of COVID, so I had a single room because at the time, I wasn't vaccinated. Unfortunately, to keep attending, I had to be. But freshman year, I wasn't vaccinated, so they said, you know what? With your little COVID self, you're going to stay in a single. And your girl was geeked because I really did not want a roommate. I did not want a roommate at all, so I was hype. But to me, that right there I always compare it to a jail cell. Ask any of my family members, ask anyone. I think of it as a jail cell because imagine you're alone with your feelings in a giant single room, no man, no nothing. I didn't make no friends my freshman year, and I feel like that's where, I got off on the wrong start to college. Sophomore year, I had a roommate, absolutely hated it, absolutely terrified, absolutely everything. So I can't wait for the roommate episode because it will be clocked. And then after that, I started commuting my last 2 years. So if y'all don't know, I live an hour from my school. So that commute was really, we're even going to talk about commuters. So even if you're a commuter in college, this podcast is good for you because you'll still learn tips. Just because you don't dorm doesn't mean you're any less of a college student. I wanted the experience, so I stayed for 2 years, but I also miss my mom's cooking, so I left for 2 years. You feel me? So yeah, I want to say my college experience was ups and downs. It was also very stressful because I was a bio major and then I switched to public health, and that switch was due to the stress. Bio was kicking my behind. It is not for the weak. Bio in high school is not the same as the bio in college. It's the same, but it's more rigorous, it's more in depth. But your girl did pass, okay? But once she started talking about plant ecology, I was like, why do I need to learn about plants when I'm really trying to learn about how to educate my community, give back to my community? So that's when I was like, public health is better for me because I can still be a dentist. I can still take the prerequisites that I need to, biochem, orgophysics, all that good stuff. But at the same time, it's just easier. All the other electives, everything else. I don't want to say easier because public health, you do have to put in work. But it just made more sense for me since I'll be working with the public as a dentist. And I have to inform people on how to take care of your teeth, how to avoid diseases, how to do things like that. So I really didn't mind the switch. But that was my college experience. Roommates, stuff like that. I'm gonna save stuff like that for the other podcast episodes. But everyone's college journey is different. Don't let my college journey throw you off or make you nervous for what yours is going to be like. Honestly, college is 100% what you make it, and I'm not going to lie, there were times where I didn't put my full 100%. I didn't put my full foot out to make friends and do things. The only thing I can say is freshman year, definitely try to form your groups because y'all see in high school all that stuff is clicky. People are clicky. They're going to click up. If you don't have your solid friend group from the beginning, y'all definitely not going to have that friend group later on, you feel me? So I would say my biggest thing, which we'll talk about in the future, is definitely to make friends. That's all I could say. Make friends, put yourself out there, because you don't want to feel like you're in that jail cell that I told you guys about, right? So you definitely don't want to do that. So some motivation that I have for you guys, or that I just want to share with you guys going into college. So for my high schoolers going into college, I just want to say, don't be nervous. This is a new chapter to your life. This is a new stepping stone. You fully want to embrace the college journey. Don't overthink. Don't think about senior year. Don't even think about graduating, because just like high school, college is going to fly by even faster, and you're going to be shook. You're going to be like, wow, I was just a senior in high school and now I'm a senior in college. Like, don't even get me started. Like, I feel like time is flying by. I feel like I'm running out of time, guys, and I'm only 21 years old, and I know I'm not the only person who feels like that, because I have some guests that will be featured on this podcast, and they can attest to the same exact thing. So I want to say, definitely be present. Your girl was definitely stressed in her academic life, and this is why I'm saying, like, why I created this podcast is to speak life into other people, because I felt like I did not take every day, every step at a time, even though I was being academically challenged in my classes, and I had to face a lot of challenges. I had to do a lot of studying, and I didn't know how to separate that balance. I feel like I was just studying my whole college life away, and I don't want you guys to do that either. So definitely live in the present, take everything day by day, be organized, work on time management, come in with that mindset that, hey, I'm here to learn, I'm here to get my degree, but I'm also here to have fun and build memories. And we're going to talk about how to do that mindfully, how to, respect yourself enough to say, hey, I'm going to be disciplined and I'm going to do my work. I'm going to put my phone down. I'm going to do all these things. All these tips I'm going to share with you guys. I learned my senior year. Can you believe that? So imagine going 4 years and then your senior year, you're just like, wow, this is what 4 years could have been like, but I just didn't know. So I'm here for you guys, so definitely tune into College Conversations Tuesdays and, Thursdays for a little kiki, a little laugh. But it's not the end of the world if you get a bad grade. Definitely utilize your professors. Your professors are your friends. Build those relationships, like I said, no matter what your degree is, not your degree, no matter what your major is, build those connections with your professors. I feel like that's important regardless, just so you can have even a teacher to lean on, or just somebody to lean on, you feel me? So definitely some little motivation for you guys. Keep your head up. You're not alone in this journey. You have everyone else who's going to subscribe to this channel. You have other college students. You have the students that are around you who are going to help you navigate this. And it's okay. You don't have everything figured out right away, and that's what college is all about. It's about figuring out not only your academic successes and challenges, but also your personal life as well. Remember that you're stepping into a new era of life. You're stepping into a new zone. You're growing. Look at it as you're a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, and you're growing, and you have to not only respect yourself, but respect the journey. You can't get mad at the journey. There's going to be definitely rocky days. There's going to be rock bottom days, and there's going to be days where you just feel like, dang, this is what college is like. This is what those movies make college seem like. This is Project X. So yeah, there's going to be those days. As long as you put yourself out there, you find the waves, you hop on the waves, and you get active. You feel me? So also, don't expect everything to be handed to you. I know that's not motivation, but it's just me keeping it real. Don't expect things to just be handed to you, or for parties to come your way, or for the A to just magically appear, because it's not going to. So make sure you get it together and you buckle up and you get ready. I was extremely nervous, guys. I love my parents to the ground that they walk on, and I was nervous to leave that nest. Honestly, I know I'm grown now, but back then I was a little baby. I was scared. So I was happy for that sense of freedom, but at the same time, y'all, your girl was nervous. I was scared to leave my mom. I was scared to leave my dad. I know I was only an hour away. I chose this college because it's close, but even though it's still far, you know what I mean? It's still in Jersey. If something happens, my mom could shoot up here, my dad could shoot up here. You feel me? But I just feel like, you have to be ready. And that's the only thing I could say, be prepared, because I was not ready. I was still like, oh my gosh, I move in tomorrow. Whole time I'm nervous. Get yourself ready for this, because this is going to be life for the next 4 years if you're dorming the whole year, or the next whenever, because you never know what could happen. And one of my guests that I'll be bringing on here, like, her college experience was rocky, but she's still a senior, she's still graduating, you know. So just definitely prepare yourself. Don't like try to pillow talk yourself, because it's not gonna work. It's not gonna help you. That's only more detrimental. So just brace yourself, because this is an exciting journey, an exciting, I don't even want to say rebirth, but an exciting birth process of the new person that you're about to become. Okay, you're entering your grown era. Clock it. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this podcast episode. I really do enjoy yapping, if you guys can't tell. But yeah, that's a wrap for today's college conversations. If you vibed, or if you found today's episode helpful, make sure you hit that button. Leave a comment down below for any topics that you want me to cover. Also, remember, if you have a confession that you want to drop, hit the link in our description box down below. And if you're one of my listeners on any other platforms, please head over to my Instagram, hit my link tree, and also drop your confessions down below. Everything is 100% anonymous. You don't have to put a name, you don't have to put anything. So make sure they're juicy, make sure they're truthful. You can also drop all your topics down below in the comment section of this YouTube video. And thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more college advice. And if there's something you want me to talk about next time, let me know. Stay up, guys, stay motivated, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Toodles.